Okay, so I'm in line for the ferry. Um, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to um talk about my journey to Japan. I kind of want to like vlog it because this is huge. Um, I've never been out of the country, so yeah. So let's see. What made me want to take a trip to Japan? Uh, First of all, my grandma was Japanese, so always had some like appreciation of Japanese stuff. Um, and I like anime, and I like Japanese music, but what really pushed it forward was I started following a group called Ipsimia. They're a Japanese group, and they're my alt group. Um, I've seen them twice in America, and they were trying to come back to America, but they they couldn't. So holding. So they're holding an event in Japan, and they're like, oh, Hope should come. Hope's the fandom name, and I'm like, ooh, I would love to because I wanted to go to Japan anyways to see them because I want to be able to bother my bias in his own country. um, One of my friends was going to Japan, and she was gonna see them perform. So I asked her to deliver a message to Rhea, my bias, and she did, and she told me that he told her to tell me that I need to get my passport, which I was planning on doing, but going to California twice was expensive. So I was like, I will. I just gotta save up some money. But then I had a video call with him, and he asked me if I was going to the Japanese event, and I'm like, I got to. I got to. He wants me there. So, you know what? I'm just gonna bite the bullet and get my passport. So, I have already gotten my passport. That was interesting because one of my previous jobs, one of the things I did was process passport applications. Like I wasn't the one who got you the passport, but I was the pre-screening person. So you would bring your application to me, I would look it over, and then we would mail it off for the passport application acceptance place. So it was different being on the other side. Um, it went by really fast. It was different than how I did it in when I worked, because where I worked was in Georgia and I'm in Texas, so it was a little different. Um, Plus my boss was very, very thorough. But what bothered me about my passport thing was the day the day I went to go get my passport, like you had to make an appointment. So I made an appointment for before I went to work, so I could go do the thingy and then go to work. Um, and on my way to the passport place, the car in front of me was a purple Mustang, which is one of Rhea's favorite cars and his favorite color, which made me think, okay, yes, I am supposed to go to Japan. Oh, back it up. Before I could even get my passport, I needed to get checks, because to pay for your passport, you need to use a check. So I had to first go to my bank, then fill out the application, then make the appointment, and then go to the appointment. So anyway, I go to the appointment, and the day I'm going to the appointment, Rhea is having an Apex Live. So I'm telling him I gotta go. I've got my passport appointment to go to. So I get off of there, go in there. It's a windy day, and this the lady who helped me didn't bother to tell me my hair was messed up, and she took my photo for the passport, and then after it was all over, she gave me the spare photo, and I saw it and I was like, really? You couldn't just say, hey, your hair needs a little straightening? No. But another interesting thing about that is, when I was younger, I was probably like I was probably 6, 5 or 6. At the school, they were doing, school picture day. The same exact thing happened. It was the exact same way my hair was messed up because of the wind, and the photographer didn't tell me and didn't do anything. I was like, well, maybe that's another sign that I'm supposed to go? I don't know. It's just weird that it's the exact same kind of hair mistake, and nobody bothered to tell me both times. Anywho, so I'm trying to go in May, right? And this is March. So the passport thing says it would take 6 to 8 weeks, not including shipping, to get back. And I'm like, ooh, that's cutting it really close. It might not make it in time. And if you can pay to expedite it, but it's really expensive. And the lady was like, do you want to expedite it? This is kind of a close date. And I said, you know what? No, I'm going to use this as a sign to tell me if I should go or not. I got it back in 4 weeks. It was so fast. I'm so glad I did not waste my money on expediting it. So I was like, again, I must go, right? Okay. I need to figure out how I'm going to pay for this flight, because there's no way I'm going to be able to save enough between now and May to pay for it. Yeah, the other day I randomly got a thing in the mail for a credit card, and I have gotten approved. So there's that. So yeah, my next step on going to Japan is getting the flight. I have to wait for a thing to come in the mail before I can do that. And so I'm just kind of keeping an eye on the prices right now, because when I first checked the flights back when he first asked me if I could come, they were cheaper. Now they're more expensive, and I'm like, crap, I should have bought it then. But see, I needed to get my passport and stuff. Like, I can't go without the passport. So yeah, now the cars are moving. But yeah, I will continue vlogging this experience.